I finished middle school in 1937, the influence of the Nazis started seeping into the government of Iraq, and they started persecuting the Jews. And at that time, they didn't allow any Jewish student to go into and finish in high school. So the Jewish community made some arrangement for our group. We were, I think, about 100 students. They gave us evening classes, and we finished our high school. When I graduated, it was in 1939, then I applied to medical school. There's a quota, I accepted only 2 Jews into the school. So of course I wasn't accepted. In 1941, there was a pro-Nazi coup in Baghdad. The British had 2 military bases in Iraq, and they were going to turn over the bases and all of Iraq into the German occupation, which means that what happened in Europe, it would have happened to us in Iraq, and that would have been the end of us as Jews. The coup lasted for a month, and it failed. Among the leaders of the coup was the Mufti of Jerusalem. And when the coup did not succeed, he went into Germany and became the agent of Hitler to liquidate the Jews in the Middle East. Baghdad was without a government for 48 hours. And during that time, the mob, with the help of the police and some officers, they raided the Jewish quarters. They killed, they raped, they burned. And the cries, the noises of the people, the yelling of the people of this attack, I could hear it until today. That event, which we call Farhud, meaning pogrom, is equal to the Kristallnacht that happened in Germany. Our trust to our neighbors and the Arab people that we were raised among them has never come back since then. I applied to the American University of Beirut, to the pre-med, and then I went into medicine. Even when we lived in Baghdad in so-called peace with our neighbors, we never had the total acceptance I found at the American University of Beirut as a Jew. It was truly my first acquaintance and love of the American people. As it ended out that I could only come back that summer, and the summer after that of 1946. Following that, the pressure on the Jews continued. That would not have been safe for me to go back to Baghdad, and I never returned to Baghdad since then. The transition into Israel was actually very difficult. In 1948, when Israel independence was declared, the government of Iraq started their own systemic persecution of the Jews. They made Zionism as a crime, and they started searching houses, putting people in jail if they could make any connection with interest in Israel or having any items that would suggest that they are quote Zionist. The persecution became more intensive, and they turned actually Iraq into a big jail for the whole Jews. In 1950, the government decided that they would allow the Jews to leave. They passed a law, they call it tasqit, means that you give up your own citizenship. Now, by God, we've been there for 2,500 years. All of a sudden, we have to give up our citizenship in order to be able to leave. 93% of all those Jews decided to leave Iraq with everything behind, their homes, their neighbors, their friends, and their property, and went to Israel. I came from Beirut through Cyprus to Israel, and then we got married. 4 years later, we decided that I wanted to come and have a training in psychiatry, and chose Denver. We came here, we raised 4 children in Denver, Colorado.